Hi, I'm Della Galton, and I'm about to read an extract from Moonlight over Studland Bay, my novel. I'm reading this particular extract because, well, I love it, and also because it's kind of pertinent to this time of year in an oblique way. Anyway, I hope you see what I mean. Thanks. Even in her most idealistic rose-tinted glasses moments, which she had to admit she was prone to, Sam had never imagined that seeing a baby come into the world could be so amazing. She'd expected it to be bloody and messy and involve a lot of yelling, and it had. Abby wasn't one to do anything quietly, and no amount of pain relief was going to stop her letting an opportunity to do a lot of legitimate screaming slip through her fingers. But Sam had watched in awe as the slithering pink baby had been gently placed in his mother's arms. Her throat had closed with tears as she'd seen something switch on in Abby's eyes. Love, she'd realised in wonderment. Abby had looked down into her son's red, screwed-up face, and in that flick of a moment, everything had changed. Peace had ironed out all the lines of pain on Abby's brow, and there had been a huge sense of joy in the room. Such intense joy that it was almost holy. Sam wouldn't have been at all surprised to see an angel with a halo standing at the foot of the bed playing a harp. And she didn't even believe in angels. Life, new life, beginning, wondrous, magical, rapturous. Amazing new life with all the hope and optimism and years of possibility that it brought with it. The midwife was smiling. Abby was smiling. The delivery room itself was smiling. How many new lives had these walls welcomed, Sam wondered. How much pain, too. All that intense emotion swirling about, heaven and hell meeting. She shook her head and swiped tears from her eyes. Why on earth was she thinking about heaven and hell? She must be more exhausted than she thought. What? Abby demanded. I was just thinking that you were right, Sam said, blinking. It's nothing like dogs. The midwife shot them a curious glance, but didn't comment on this. She probably already thought they were crazy. During Abby's early labour, which seemed like a lifetime ago now, rather than a mere 18 or so hours, she had insisted they sing 10 green bottles between contractions, followed by always look on the bright side of life. Towards the end, she spent the time in between screaming that she no longer wanted a baby and swearing. Whole chains of swear words strung together so that most of them were indistinguishable, fortunately. Not that Sam had anything against swearing. Women in labour were entitled to swear, although Abby's profanities were perhaps a little too colourful for a hospital. But maybe midwives were used to the eccentricities of women in labour. None of them had batted an eyelid. Sam wondered if they ever got bored of this moment, the pinnacle of all that effort when one life miraculously became two separate ones. She couldn't imagine ever getting bored of it. Perhaps she should change career and become a midwife instead of an audio typist for a group of structural engineers. Not that she planned to stay an audio typist for very much longer. That was just her day job. Her dreams lay elsewhere. Thanks. I hope you've enjoyed that extract, and I hope that you'll love reading the book as much as I love writing it. Thanks.